Welcome to the Two Tone Podcast, episode number 24. I want to say thank y'all for checking out the Two Tone Podcast. If you're not subscribed already, hit that subscribe button. It's a free way to show us you appreciate what we're doing. My name is Jalen Kale. Alongside me, as always,
Theo Kale.
how you been, kid?
Been better.
I'm about to say I've we were talking a little bit before the podcast. You seem hella stressed out.
Yep.
What's that all about?
Doing too much stuff at once.
I've been there. I'm about to say it's definitely a balancing act. I'm about to say it's definitely a balancing act trying to live your own life but still feel like you're being helpful to something. I can understand it's a lot, especially like what it seemed like to me. The whole problem was like bro just kind of runs his ship a little differently than you would have.
Yeah.
Seems a little more what's the word I'm looking for? More haphazard, I guess, more last minute kind of plans as where you're a real methodical kind of planned out individual. That's pretty much what it seemed like to me, but it's it's always interesting whenever you're working with somebody else creatively. It's always it's never easy to kind of take the back seat in something that you feel like you have a knowledge in. But
Yeah.
add to this side, what else you been up to? You been doing anything else other than helping bro with his film?
I've been working on an anime and working on my other film that I started.
Is it
The Equation.
yeah. How's that going?
Well, I haven't really had time to like sit down and work on it, but since going to work and doing other stuff.
Fair enough.
But
So with this anime, what's the overall vibe that you good there?
yeah.
What's the overall vibe that you're going for with the anime?
Mix between like My Hero and One Piece and Naruto and all that.
Hell yeah! Do you have any? How many characters do you have? And I must say, I remember you showed me a couple of them, but have you gotten any further on designing characters for it?
I have 4 done, and then I have 2 in the works. I have one of them. One of the ones in the works is almost done. The other one, it was just an idea that I wrote down for one. But yeah.
Hell yeah! I must say it definitely seems like it'll take a long time to actually get the anime into like where you're actually animating it into the film or show anime, I guess you'd call it. But we were talking the other day. Would it be easier to make a manga or an anime first? I personally think it'd be easier to make the manga first, just because you don't have to worry about animation essentially.
Yeah.
But
I feel like you still have to be good at drawing anime to draw a manga.
I mean, you got to be good at drawing in some aspect to do an anime. I mean, it's
Yeah.
essentially like drawn animation. That's what it is, like stop motion, pretty much. But
I kind of feel like you could get away with some more stuff in animation than you can in manga, because I feel like people are like looking at every detail in a manga, whereas in like the quick movements of an anime, you're not really paying attention to like the quick like glances that you see.
I mean, I get what you're saying, but also I feel like sometimes in anime you can definitely tell when they cut corners in a fight scene, or like as you were saying, there's kind of more room for error essentially in an anime than in a manga. But I feel like also in a manga you can kind of take your time with each panel and stuff. You only really have to have like 4 or 5 panels per page. It'd definitely be interesting to see what you come up with if you came out with a manga. But either way, I'm excited to see it. I know it's gonna take a while, but I'm excited to
I'm
see
just
what you got cooking up.
uh right now we're just coming up with character designs and yeah, just basically character designs, and then we're also working a little bit on what like the story's gonna be specifically about,
Right.
like how it's gonna go down and stuff. Uh, we're hopefully, well, I know one person that's gonna help us draw the animation, like the drawings and stuff. Um, one of my friend's sisters is apparently really good at drawing, so we're gonna check her out and see what type of drawing she does.
See what kind of experience she's got.
Yeah,
Hell yeah. I'm about to say it's definitely one of those art forms that takes a long ass time to get actually 100% done. You know, like with stop motion or claymation. You know, it's definitely a slow crawl, but in the end, I feel like it'll be worth it.
yeah.
The characters that I've seen you come up with seem really cool. I feel like if somebody, well, you know, no disrespect to your artistic skills, but if somebody that is an artist, like a physical artist,
That's my problem. I can't draw anything like
yeah,
human.
I don't blame you. I suck at drawing human, like anything human, especially like hands and facial details. You know, I get the general silhouette, but
Yeah,
once you need details, it's a rough ride for me.
sure.
All right, speaking of anime, that's what we're gonna get into with the film of the week, and well, it's actually a TV series. Well, an anime of the week, I guess. But anyways, let's get on into it, y'all. Hey, hit subscribe. Hey, hit subscribe. Hey, 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 hit subscribe. Hit that share button. Hit that like button. Hit that comment. Hit that like button. Hit that comment. Fuck it up. In your butt. Fuck it up. Welcome back to the Two Tone Podcast. If you are unfamiliar with the pod, my name is Jalen Kill. I'm a musician and artist. Just dropped an EP a couple weeks ago or months ago now. It's called Unfuckswittable. It's on all streaming platforms. Go check it out. Linktree.com/JAK Productions. And that'll take you to my music on Spotify, Apple Music. And it'll also take you to my social medias if y'all are into that. Hit him with your little spiel real quick, T.
Name's Theo. I make films, or at least trying to make films. You can check out my first short, Glasshouse Films 8 on YouTube. And if you ever want to be a part of or help me with any future films, contact me at Glasshouse Films 8 on Instagram.
Hell yeah. All right, so we were talking a little bit about anime, and well, let's just hit him with the film of the week. What we got for the film of the week, T?
My Hero Academia.
All right, so we're switching it up a little bit, not choosing a film, but choosing a anime,
A series.
a TV series, if you will. But I'm about to say we were talking a little bit last week. You started watching it, and I was like, hell yeah, let's fucking go. Got him onto an anime that I've seen, and it's actually really fucking good. But I feel like My Hero is definitely one of the more popular ones in the States, especially. I'm sure it's very popular in Japan and wherever. But where are you right now in the series? I know you said you weren't done with it, but
I'm in season 3 right now. I don't know exactly what episode, but Season 3.
What's happening in this season so far? I must say, I remember you were watching it a little bit before we started, but I wasn't really paying too much attention.
So what's happening right now is the group of heroes that are in training are they're training in the middle of a forest with a group of pros, and bad guys come in and they gotta fight them off and stuff.
Have you gotten to the end of the fight, or are you still like in the middle of the fight?
Still in the middle.
Okay. I was about to say, I remember last I checked, you were maybe like 3 or 4 episodes before that,
Yeah.
where they met Coda, the little kid.
Yeah.
But I'm about to say, there's so much that happens in season 4 and 5 that I wanted to talk about, but you didn't end up getting through it. But it's okay. We'll talk about the first, essentially half of it. But so My Hero, it's for those of y'all that don't know, it's an anime. It's based around this group of kids that go to this. All right, so in the society that they live in, pretty much everybody is born with what's called a quirk, and and so the main character of the story is actually born without a quirk, and he attends this school anyways for heroes, and he ends up getting a quirk throughout the series, but I'm gonna spoil how it happens. Um, but anyway, it's just about this whole class of kids, training to become heroes in their society. Try and protect the world from villains. It's if you like superhero movies, you'll definitely like My Hero Academia. I feel like it's a really easy transition for somebody that doesn't really watch anime too much.
Did you know that they have a game out?
I did not.
It's like My Hero Battles or My Hero or another.
You know what style of game is? It's like a Mortal Kombat game or something.
It's like Fortnite but with My Hero characters.
Interesting.
Here, wait.
Did you see that Fortnite and My Hero did a collab?
Nah.
I must say, I don't really play Fortnite anymore. I feel like they kind of ruined the game a while ago.
My Hero Ultra Rumble.
I never even heard of it.
Check it out. Pretty fire.
You played it?
Yeah, they only have a couple characters, though. They don't have everybody.
Okay. I might have to check it out.
It's free.
Yeah. There you go. Speaking of characters, who would you say is your favorite character?
I could go get him right now, but in the other room.
Yeah, it might be a minute.
Oh, fuck it. Jalen, take
over.
over.
Oh, my Jesus fucking Christ. All right, so while he goes and gets this fucking figurine that he's been obsessing over for the last week and a half, what are we, 13 minutes into the podcast? All right, so I don't think the podcast has gone downhill this fast. We, we try. If y'all are still listening, thank you so much. Appreciate y'all. Hit that share button. Share it with a friend. We trying to get our numbers up. I appreciate all 5 of y'all that listen to this loyally. But, I think I hear him coming back. Give me just a second. Oh, there he is. Okay. You got it? All right. All right.
Can they see it?
Yeah. All right. Scoot him over to to your, yeah, there you go. All right. So if y'all can't see, or you're just listening, what's his name?
Aizawa.
There you go. So in the in the series, all the characters have a, like, their given name, and then they have a
hero name.
a hero name. His hero name is Eraserhead, and essentially his quirk is that his eyes, like, if you look into his eyes, he can take away your powers for like a certain amount of time. And he has this like little scarf thing that is like I don't know, like personified, it's like the Aladdin's carpet kind of deal, where he can
Distinct.
use it as an attack weapon. But yeah, I must say,
Yeah.
Aizawa was cool as fuck. Honestly, who would you say is your favorite character? That's like one of the kids in the class.
Oh, I think his name's Todoroki.
Todoroki.
Yeah, Todoroki or whoever that is. Is that Todoroki?
I think so.
The fire and ice dude.
I must say, half his body is So his father is a fire hero. He uses fire, obviously shoots it out his hands and feet and shit. And then his mom was she had ice for power, and so he's got half fire, half ice. His left side does fire and right side does ice. But he's cool as fuck. Definitely, definitely one of the top 10 characters.
One of the funniest characters though. Motherfucking grape juice.
Yeah, I knew he was gonna bring him up. We were talking about My Hero the other day at work. Mostly a couple of our coworkers have seen it, so we've been living vicariously through TT watching the show, being like, "Oh fuck, I remember that part, bro. You got to wait for this part." Blah, 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 blah. But we were talking, and TT was like, "Bro, I'm Mineta," and I was like, "You have never said anything more accurate in your life. If y'all haven't seen the show, just watch the show and just know that TT, his personality matches up 100% with Mineta. His nickname, I say his hero name is Grape Juice. If that helps you at all. Oh Lord. But all right. So you
My favorite villain
that's what I was just about to ask. Who's your favorite villain?
would probably be, well, it is that guy.
Tomura.
Yeah.
What's his power?
He'd just decay. He uses decay. So he could literally touch you and you'd be dead.
I might say we were talking a little bit about his power, and you were like, I feel like it would be his power should be like if all right. So his power is he has to wrap his whole hand around you, like his whole hand has to touch you for decay to work. But you were like, I feel like he should just be able to like just poke you and then you decay, and then he'd just be really fucking OP at that point.
Well, like, I feel like, well, true. But his character wouldn't do what I'm about to say. I feel like he should, like, wear, like, or he should, like, make you, or he should, like, throw one of these hands on you and make you decay. Or something
That'd
like
be kind
that.
of cool if he used the hands as a weapon.
Or,
I'm
yeah.
about to say I can't even tell you. So like, there's a reason why he has all the hands on him and stuff, but it happens later in like season 4. Like
I think that's
his,
the coolest design, though. It's just
it
having,
definitely is a really fucking sick ass design.
instead of having, like, a mask, he just has hands over his head.
I'm gonna say that was another thing I wanted to talk about. Just like the way that all of the characters in My Hero like look, they did such a good job with all of the characters. They all have really different
I haven't met this one yet.
character designs. Uh,
Or
I
is that
forget.
Class 1B?
I think that might be a
Okay.
Class B member. Or no, I don't know who that is. That's a good question. I'd have to look it up. But
He's an annoying little bitch, and he's also annoying.
you don't like
At the beginning, he's an annoying little bitch, but
I'm gonna say you don't like Izuku.
at the beginning, he cries too much. I just can't get behind him.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I can understand that. You don't like Bakugo though?
He's too Arthur for me.
Oh my god, bro.
He's too, like, I want to fucking kill everyone.
That's
shit.
that's damn near accurate. But I fucking love Bakugo's character. I'm gonna say throughout the series, you just get to see him become softer and softer with Midoriya. They damn near become friends at the end. But his character development over the series is what makes me like him. I feel like
He's also really cool.
Dark Shadow,
Yeah, whatever his
Tokiyome.
Yeah, that motherfucker. I think it's weird that he's a bird, but he has human limbs.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's definitely quite interesting. Some of the character designs that they come up with for the show. There's a character that's got tape that comes out of his elbows.
Oh yeah.
Like, just it's fucking crazy the amount of shit that they came up with for the show that that just works.
Um, All Might.
What about him?
He he's too. Oh, you gotta go back to grape juice, sir. That's grape juice. If you didn't know who we were talking about
I already
earlier.
pulled it up. What are you talking about? What
Oh,
about
okay.
All Might?
Never mind. But All Might, he's a little little out there.
What you mean?
Like he's too Captain America for me. He's too like I'm here to save the day.
I'll
Da, 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 da.
just wait till the end of season 5 if you're thinking that he's too Captain America for you. Because there's a character that they introduced on the very last episode of the series.
Does bro got 6 fingers? Is this an AI drawing? He's got 6 fingers down here.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I would have never known. That's hilarious. I would have never. I would have never even picked up on that. That's fucking funny.
I mean,
he really does have 6 fingers though. That's
like,
fucking funny.
he's all right.
Definitely, I can understand where you're like he's just kind of like a basic kind of character. He's got all the superpowers essentially.
Yeah.
It seems like, but I mean that's kind of like
I also don't understand the whiffs in his hair.
yeah. I don't know either. But I definitely feel like there could have been.
They could have designed him better too.
Yeah, I feel like they definitely could have gone with a more unique kind of design, but I feel like that's kind of the point of All Might. He's just supposed to be like your basic run of the mill, OP superhero.
I can't wait to meet the guy that has the power all for one
Oh yeah,
instead of one for all.
yeah,
It's the
he's
opposite of his power. If you didn't know.
yeah. So there's two separate like goated powers, one for all and all for one. All for one is the essentially more selfish power where you're just trying to gain all the power, but one for all is like a protector's kind of good versus evil dynamic essentially.
Do you know if Aizawa Eraserhead
Uh-huh.
uses his glasses anymore after like the first season, second season, whenever you meet him?
He might. I'm not sure. I think he does a couple times.
Because him with his glasses is OP as fuck.
I mean, he essentially just uses it so you don't lose your powers every time you look at him.
No, he uses his glasses to make his power OP as fuck. Because, like, with
What
the
do you think?
glasses on, you can't see his eyes. So you can't see where he's
Oh,
looking.
yes. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I
The
get
only
what you're
time you
saying
can
now.
tell if he's using his powers is if his hair is standing up on his head.
Got you. Yeah, there's definitely a couple more times in the series where he uses his glasses in battle. Have you? Damn, I don't even want to fucking like spoil it. Have you gotten to the part where, uh, with Shigaraki and Eraserhead?
When they battled at the training ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Eraserhead got his head smashed into the ground 700 times by
Yeah.
fucking bro.
Yeah. That shit was brutal as fuck.
I low-key thought he was going to die there.
I did too. I was like, how
God
you,
damn it.
he's just gonna die right here, bro. This is gonna be depressing as hell for all these kids in this class.
Bro. It was crazy. He, Nomu.
Mm-hmm.
If you go back to the Shigaraku, that dude.
You got it. Yeah.
So these are Nomus behind him. They're literally just overpowered super villains.
Yeah, they're like his little henchmen that All for One essentially creates to
But if you go to the other one on this side, that's the one that bashes in Eraserhead's face into the ground.
there's like a whole army of them, and each of them has like their own little personality and stuff. And there's later in the show, there's ones that are like bigger and harder to beat and shit. But
Yeah.
essentially, they're just little henchmen for Tomura to use. But it definitely the show definitely fucking it starts to pick up during season 3 and 4.
Why do I feel like he? Okay, don't spoil anything.
I'll
Just
try not to.
just tell me if I'll learn or not.
Okay.
Why do I feel like bro is held up by these hands? Because he just like blacks out when he's in this form. Like he blacks out and he doesn't know anything's going on, and like these hands are holding his body up so he can move around.
Oh, that's not why his the hands. I want to tell you so bad, but it's like integral to Shigaraki's character. It's like
Understandable.
the
You don't have to tell me.
I'm gonna say the reason he has the hands is like literally his whole backstory.
Okay.
It'll tell you a little bit later, and I can't remember if it's season 3 or season 4, but you'll learn why he's got the hands.
That is the sickest outfit, though.
It is really fucking sick ass character design. He's definitely one of my favorite characters. I wouldn't say like because I like him as a character, but like I love his character design.
You ever play that game or seen that game with like the outlets? And it's just like a really fucked up like mind game, and it's just like people, instead of having heads, they have like outlets, and like the female and male version of an outlet
I have
plug.
no idea what you're talking about.
If you know what I'm talking about, why do I feel like these hands are from that? But you don't know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
I'm not saying I know it. Yeah. All right.
All right.
Moving on. All right. I feel like we pretty much got through everything I had for for the film of the week. God damn, my brain ain't working. Sorry. All right, let's hop on into the album of the week. So, the album of the week again this week is an album by a producer. He goes by the name Maxwell. It's spelled MXXWLL. And I came across the very last song on this album a couple months ago. It's called that's what it's called. It's UHHH. And it's featuring JD Beck. And if y'all been with the podcast for a little while, y'all remember the album of the week that I chose a little while ago from Domi and JD Beck. It's called Not Tight. JD Beck was the drummer, and he did the drums on this song, and it starts off like a 8-bit kind of song, and I was sitting there, I was like, what the fuck is this? It sounds like a video game music. And then the drums came in, and I was like, holy fucking shit, these drums go crazy. And so, I looked at the song, and I was like, oh shit, JD Beck, hell yeah. And I ended up listening to the rest of the album, and it essentially is kind of like a, I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. It's kind of like an 8-bit meets R&B meets rap meets jazz kind of vibe,
Yep.
And it had me thinking. I've been making kind of, it was odd because I've been kind of making more 8-bit kind of, video game style music as of recently. And then I came across this album and I was like, well, fuck, might have to release a little album with this, like, essentially just all 8-bit kind of music.
Have you talked to our coworker about
what?
Putting any of your music into his games?
Oh yeah, he said that he was actually going to use one of the songs for the game that he's developing right now, but I don't know. Essentially, I don't know like exactly what he's going to use it for, but I said, yeah, I don't give a fuck. Go for it, dog. Use it. It don't matter to me. The more people that see it, the better, you know. But I've definitely been thinking about trying to um get into making more video game style music. I really enjoy making that kind of shit.
Why do I feel like artists, when they're starting out, it's more of just doing it with your friends and like making stuff, and then your friends see it and you just talk about it for like centuries with your friends, but then you get bigger, 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 and bigger, and stuff happens. And
I mean, sometimes that's exactly how it happens. Like the other day, I was listening to the Theo Vaughn podcast,
yeah,
and he had Sexy Red on there. You know who Sexy Red is?
rapper.
Yeah, she's a rapper from St. Louis, and yeah, she's coming up into the game right now. And she or Theo Vaughn had her on the podcast, and she was talking about like you know, in the beginning, she just made songs for her and her friends. You know, like they just run around town making songs. You know, hop in the studio because it was something fun and something to do. And then you know, they started passing the songs around to their friends, and then they play it for their friends, and then they're like, "Oh shit, who's this?" And it's like, "Oh, it's my friend Sexy Red," you know. And then eventually the whole town know you, and they start playing on the radio, and then you know, essentially they just start making more and more music because they see that it's working. You know, it's one of those things that I feel like you definitely have to be in the community if you want to try and do it that way. You definitely have to have a deep contact list.
You know what?
Hmm.
Are we still talking about the album?
We can talk about whatever you want, dog.
Oh, um. So with the anime I'm making,
Mm-hmm.
the problem I'm having is trying to figure out like how they shoot it.
What do you mean?
Like, do they just grab pieces of paper, put it in the same spot, and take a picture?
I'm sure there's like some sort of digital rendering process that happens.
I don't know.
I don't know either. YouTube that shit. That's what I did for my entire career, dog.
YouTube that shit.
How to play a C chord. YouTube that shit. How to work this camera that I just got. YouTube that shit. YouTube Academy is free, dog. I'm gonna say there's so much shit online that you can access for 100% free. Like I literally fixed my car with a YouTube video. I fixed your car with a YouTube video that one time when you broke your gear shift. You know,
Yeah.
I was like, how the fuck do I change this? And I was like, oh, there's probably a video on this. You know, oh okay. Take the one part out. And oh shit, hey, fixed it. Let's go.
But sadly, old Bertha is gone.
I might say you got a new Bertha.
Oh. Do you name your car?
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't understand people
don't
that
either.
do. I mean, you know, good for you, and it don't hurt nobody, so fuck it. But I don't name my car. No,
Sam.
no.
It's Kyle.
I don't think so.
Curtis.
No. All right. All right. So with regards to what we were talking about at the beginning, with you working with bro and working on all your shit,
Mm-hmm.
one of the things I wanted to talk about was having multiple projects at once. So
Never
far,
happening again.
yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. I feel like definitely having your own project. If it's multiple of your own projects at once, you know, you can kind of delegate the importance of each of them. You know,
I mean, yeah. But if I help somebody again, it's probably just not gonna have multiple things going on.
It definitely seems like it's definitely a what's the word I'm looking for?
Stressor.
Yeah, it definitely seems very stressful on your end. Working on not only your own stuff but trying to help out with bro and not necessarily knowing exactly what you need.
And also just wanting to chill.
Right. It seems like you kind of put too much on your plate at once.
Yeah.
But it had me thinking because I'm always working on something. If I'm I just came out with the EP a few months ago, so I'm starting to work on an album for next year, essentially. You know, not saying it's gonna come out next year, but I try and do
Is that
album.
how you do it?
I try and do an album EP once a year. I feel like it's a way where you're still getting new music, you're still getting different ideas that I'm coming up with. Is in the with the past couple of albums and EPs, I've kind of tried to use the EP as a kind of like a rough draft of what I want the album to be like.
Is an EP like? Can you have multiple songs on an EP?
So EP is just it's called an extended play, and it's anywhere from 2 to 6 songs. So
Would you ever make an EP about the songs that you've made for video games or films or?
it just like release an album or whatever of
Yeah.
commercial work that I've done.
Yeah.
Probably not, honestly. Um, I don't know. I might. Um, I'm about to say I feel like a lot of stuff that I've done for commercial work is either like podcast intros or like little 10-second clips that were in a short. That's just a loop over and over again. There's not really too much to
But I mean, you could always put them out, and then like if people listen to it and they like it, you could make a song out of one of them.
I mean, I guess I could. I don't know.
Just an idea.
Fair enough. But the way I think about it is that I try to use techniques and sounds on an EP that I'm gonna use in the album. I want it to kind of like big brother little brother kind of vibes. Like the album is the big brother and the EP is the little brother. The EP kind of resembles the album, but it's not the same thing kind of vibe. So I feel like the next album is gonna be more electronic kind of vibes, more synth and 8-bit kind of shit. But I don't know. I've kind of been wanting to get into more, guitars and keyboards and stuff as I was talking. You got me yawning, kid. Over there, fucking. He over there. Got me yawning. Anyways, but recently I've been wanting to get more into, guitars and pianos and drums and shit. I'm sure I'll end up recording a whole bunch of shit when Kyle comes back into town. But it's really anybody's guess at the end. Whatever the album sounds like, it's whatever my inebriated ass comes up with. So we'll see. I never really put too much pressure on myself to put it out during a certain time of year per se.
Yeah.
If it comes out in the summer, it comes out in the summer. If it comes out in fucking November, then be glad it came out at all. But as I said, it's definitely one of those things I use as a cathartic kind of experience. It's not. I'm not really trying to achieve anything with it at the moment.
Yeah.
But
Understandable.
it's still one of those things that I enjoy doing. So I'm gonna do it whenever I have the chance.
Would you? I already asked you this question off of air.
I'll ask it again.
Um, would you ever quit your job if you just popped off and made it?
I mean, I would definitely quit my job because I feel like I'd have other commitments and priorities over working if I'm famous and making money. Why do I need to be at especially in this example as Zaxby's.
I thought you wanted to be like a chef.
That's what I'm getting at. I definitely wouldn't be a fucking fry cook at Zaxby's anymore, but I feel like I would still want some sort of routine and task to my life. I as much as I hate working, and I feel like everybody does to a certain extent, but I feel like it's one of those things that it's just part of my routine at this point in my life.
It's a
I
means to an end.
do what?
It's a means to an end.
I mean, but I feel like I would definitely need something to.
I could just see you like being a famous musician, and then like you go and get a job at like as a chef in a restaurant. You're like, I'll work Tuesdays and Thursdays. Then you come in
Oh yeah,
Tuesdays and Thursdays, and everybody and like paparazzi's there and everything, just while you're going
I
into
would say
work.
I wouldn't. Sorry, I wouldn't be
Yeah.
working full time or nothing, but I'd definitely still have some sort of humbling experience. Not necessarily working all the time, but I feel like it's you know it's what's I'm trying to fucking think of some shit. I don't even know. But it's one of those things that I feel like it's beneficial to go through all the monotony of life. You got to have the bad times to make the good times type shit.
Yeah.
But if I just out of the blue became famous, I don't feel like I could fucking deal with it. I would just I don't even know what the fuck I'd do. I'd probably just sit in my house and be like, I ain't even going outside. I don't want to have to deal with all this shit. If I just stay in here and just keep making music, they'll think I'm alive.
I think I'm alive.
All right. I ain't really got nothing else to talk about on this pod. It might just be a short episode, y'all. About 42 minutes in. Just cut it. Call it a day. You got any hot takes for the people at home?
Life is life, and life is life,
Mm.
but life is life with life.
You heard it here first. This has been the Two Tone Podcast. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. Thank you for listening to nothing. This is the Two Tone Podcast. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the subscribe. Hit share. Hit like. Hit that comment. Hit that shit right. Hit that shit right. Hit that subscribe. Hit that like. Hit that share. Hit that comment. Hit that shit at night. Hit that shit at night. Do it right. Do that booty feel tight. Hit it right. Hey, hit it right. Hey, right. Hey. Subscribe, bitch.